Good afternoon, beautiful souls. November 15th, 2025. But again, these videos are timeless and they will reach you when they are meant to in divine timing for your highest, best good in this now present moment through divine light, divine love, divine truth, divine power, and divine wisdom. So we've got some light codes here. My twinkly white lights, soft white lights I've had around my window for almost the entire time I've been in this space, which has been 10 years. And my plants, so I'm always guided just to kind of just sit here and have a chit chat, and you know, if you can feel the energy and frequency, just not from me but from the light codes here, the flowers, the elementals that are in my space. So I set the intention that maybe you need to just feel into those elementals. Maybe it's a sign in synchronicity that you need to bring some more elementals into your home, whatever that means to you. So hello, hello, hello. This is day 6, video 6 of sharing my frequency and energy out there with the collective, with the tribe, with the universe. And like I said, you will receive this when you were meant to. You will resonate. It'll resonate with your soul when you're meant to. So this is just me sharing my real, raw, authentic self, my frequency, my energy with you, with the collective, with the tribe. And basically what I was guided to share today, because every day is a new day. My introduction video said that I'm going to kind of share it all. Today was to talk about numbers. Apparently, I get numbers a lot. Like, numbers are a huge key code for me, a huge sign in synchronicity. Everything is mathematics in the universe. And for me personally, I see numbers and sequencing of numbers all over the place. And it is, most days, it's just massive amounts of numbers. Today so far already has been quite a bit, and I've just been jotting in my journal. I've shared in the past, I used to put them in my notes, but the ones I really felt that I needed to journal today. Sorry, throat chakra, I might have to go get my water. Yeah, so what I'm guided to share today is I'm just going to rattle some numbers off. I'm going to give you some key codes. So a lot of numbers, key codes. So if they resonate, they resonate. If they don't, they don't. That's fine. The number 9, 1033, 144, 5005, 112, 10, 111, 1011, 55, 17. 17 has been coming up, and that's the number on the star card. So it's either a date that you're familiar with, or it could be related to the star card in the tarot. 727, 123 came up. It just came to me. I didn't write it down, but I remember that coming up in a channeled live video today. 1010, so the sign of completion, the year of the 10. We're finishing the year of the 9. 1044, 142, 143, 1111. A lot of ones and a lot of twos. I get a lot of twos and I get a lot of ones in my world. 133, 33, 1313. Let's see what's on this other page. Okay, we've got 1102, 10190, which added up to an 11. See, like, I just write these numbers in the sequencing, break them down. There you go. And then you break that down and you get 2. 1244, 102. Oh, so there's some numbers for your key codes today. All right. So what I'm guided to talk about today is basically my dream. So I set the intention every single night to remember my dreams, to remember signs, key codes, and information. And it's that part of my growth and evolution has gotten a lot stronger and very detailed. So if I'm meant to remember, and I joked about this, that when I'm writing in my dream journal, it's like a scene out of a movie. A scene that might not make any sense. You have no idea what the rest of the story is, but that's just part of the scene. Gosh, those light codes. And here's the other funny thing. Our weather channel has said it's supposed to be nothing but clouds today. After, like right after joining the Divinely Aligned Collective, free live, co-created with all of the beautiful souls in that collective, and Courtney and Zero, the sun came out. Like right after the meditation that Zero did. The activation, the recoding, all of that, the sun came out. And it's been coming out on and off since. So you can't make this shit up. It's sunny in my world. It might not be sunny in everyone else's world. but it's sunny in my world. And I've actually gotten other channeled information from other channels that my particular one of my gifts might be connected to the weather patterns. I don't know what that means, and maybe I'll know more in the future. Anyways, so my emotions affect the weather. I don't know if that's true or not, but let's say it is. All right, so my dream last night. So I woke up from a couple dreams. The first dream, basically remembered nothing. I tried to like grasp it, but there was nothing there to grasp. There was nothing to remember. So this particular dream I had like really close to waking up. Like I said, I'm in bed 10 to 12 hours. And that's because I feel like I'm doing a lot of work in the higher realms, in all of that. I just know that. Like, I feel like I do. I don't have a lot of work going on currently in the physical realm. In the higher realms, there's work getting done. Like I said, I'm in bed 10 to 12 hours on the weekend with the kiddos not here, and I'm when I'm by myself, minimum 9 hours. It's been at this point 10 to 12 hours. And today I was in bed almost 12 hours. All right. So some of you might relate to that. And be okay with that. Like if you've been given the space from source for that, allow it. Don't feel guilty that you're laying in bed either meditating before you go to bed or after you wake up. You don't have to rush to get out of bed. If you have nothing planned, there's no reason for you to rush out of bed. Zero reason. So somebody might need to hear that today. I've been allowing myself this past year in those moments, especially in the weekends, to not rush out of bed. That if I am awake, that I'm stretching or moving, I might turn the heat up and then crawl back to bed, and I may breathe, I might meditate, I might listen to some channeled information. Okay? Don't feel guilty about that, okay? Please, please, please. So someone might need to hear that. Let me see here. So I'm going to just, again, reference the journal. I didn't write the dream down in this journal. I dictated it in my dream journal because there's just a lot. Like the dream scene came through very clearly. And then when I recalled it a couple times, a little more details came in, and I, again, dictated that into my phone. You can use your voice recorder, excuse me, or your notes. I'm going to get my water. So take a walk with me in my apartment. Go get my water, because after I'm done talking to you all beautiful souls, I'm going to go take a bath, mid-afternoon bath. All right. So get the nuts and the bolts to this particular message that I'm guided to share with you. So I had a dream. Water was involved. So if you're finding that you're dreaming more of water or bodies of water, being near bodies of water, or you're physically being called to bodies of water, hence my body of water I can physically only get in is my bathtub. So again, I set the pure intention of that doing what it needs to do for me to receive what I meant to receive from that elemental spirit, those elemental spirits that I work with. I light candles, I burn incense, I play high frequency music. So earth, air, wind, fire, water, work with the elementals for sure. So if you're dreaming of bodies of water, whether that's ocean's been coming up. Like I said, I've got the sounds of the ocean going on in the back with the crackling fire. I've had that on for weeks and weeks and weeks right now. My body, my soul needs to be at the ocean and in the ocean. It just hasn't presented that in the physical realm at this point, through the frequency and energy of money for me to be able to do that in this present moment. So these are other ways we can do that, whether if you're able to visually see in your meditative state, if you have videos visually, sounds, it's coming up in your dream state, there's a reason for it, okay? Your soul, the ocean especially, is a way for your body to help cleanse, clear, detox, and recalibrate everything that you're going through right now. So not a surprise that people are starting to being called to bodies of water, but listening to, seeing, feeling, meditating on different bodies of water. My throat shock, I really apologize, everyone. It's because there's profound connection to your soul. And more than likely, the other part that's coming through, thank you, Spirit, is that you have a connection to Lemuria and Atlantis, the Atlantean culture. So a lot of us incarnate now have had past lives or a few past lives in those times. And again, being able to hold the frequency of the true, not the downfall of, but the true Atlantean codes, okay? So some of you might resonate with that. So going back to this dream. So this dream was a dream scene. Me and my significant partner. In this dream, it went through a little scene and all of that. And I'm not going to go into details of the dream. But there's water involved in 2 parts of it. And other things in there that, again, I don't ask to make sense of that. I just ask to remember and I document. And if it makes sense later on, it makes sense later on. I don't try to sit there and really go too deep in understanding the why. I might ask the question why. I might ask out loud, like why, what, when, where, and I kind of and I did. I woke up and I'm like, wonder what that was all about. Just thought to myself, sat there and just breathed with my eyes shut. I knew what woke me up was a crow. So I heard a crow call outside of my window, which is, again, one of my spirit birds. And then I heard a couple other crows, and I'm just laying there with my eyes closed, just kind of just going over the scene here, the dream scene that I remembered quite detailed, which I meant to. So when I have that much detail, I definitely make sure that I document it. I document even if it's certain numbers or symbols and things stick out as well. So just be mindful of that. You're probably hearing more in channeled messages and people sharing their energy and frequency. Keep track of your dreams and your dream state. Don't force it. Set the intention, and then whatever comes through will come through. Higher consciousness, source, your guides, whatever is met. And again, it doesn't have to make sense, right? It's no sense. Nothing, it doesn't have to make sense. What was fascinating is while I'm sitting there contemplating, sending a little introspection on this, my significant partner, who is 5,000 miles, I said that, 5,000 miles away as the crow flies. Ooh, good one, good one, good one, good one, team. 5,000 miles away as the crow flies. So crows might be significant to somebody or a few people. He called me. It's Sunday, and he's doing work that started as volunteer work and stuff, helping facilitate in the building of a maternity hospital in a very impoverished area in the world. I'm not going to give details unless I'm called to. And he called, and I said, holy crap. I'm just waking up, and he's just heading back to his space where he's staying for an afternoon rest. I said, holy crap, you've got it. So I literally just detailed the details, which has been quite fascinating because, like I said, that's part of my gifts and abilities, just increasing and expanding. I'm trying to find the words. Things they're just expanding at a rapid pace. For sure. Like I said, this whole week has been a magical week in its own way. And this day, just even today, even from last Sunday when we were in the Divinely Aligned Collective and we were all activated and calibrated and all of that took place. And then the whole week that we've all experienced up until now, it's just so it's beyond words, okay? It's beyond words, and we try to put those into words the best that we can. So the best way I could have put these into words and the details of it. And he listened, and he's like, wow. I'm like, what's going on? Well, on his end, at work doing his thing on a Sunday, he had spent some of his time researching and looking up places to scuba dive, to travel to, looking at scuba diving videos of ocean, being in the ocean, all this. See the connections? Nothing happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. Everything, those pieces of those puzzles start to fit in more and more. 14:22 on the clock. So, and it was 1, 4, 2, 3. Anyways, sorry, geez, it beats this throat chakra. Wah! Lined up. And even parts of the dream lined up to a lot, same but different. It intertwined, it quantum entangled in to, he's physically awake, I'm physically sleeping, And it just shows our deep connection in our whole thing. That's a whole nother story for another day that I will share when the time is right. But anyways, just like mind-blowing for him, especially because, you know, it's always like, he's always joking, like, get out of my head, get out of my head. How did you know? And I'm like, I was dreaming about water, and there's other things that in the dream that resonated with him because of what he was doing. And so it's just, everything just lined up. Everything lined up. And then when I got up and I, you know, pop in certain channeled messages, I start listening, you know, then the information come through of why we're being drawn to certain places. Also part of it is grid work. Thank you, Spirit. So you also might be called to, and I talked to him about grid work a little bit. Excuse me, but sometimes people aren't quite there in their understanding, and that's fine. So I've done some grid work, and when him and I would travel, we were doing grid work. So grid work might be resonant. So that might be another reason why you're dreaming of being called to all of the stuff when it comes to certain places, certain landmarks, certain destinations, certain places that have certain things, grid points, stargates, different things like that. And you might not know why in that present moment. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. You don't have to. Just if you have that call to and you're able to, go. Go, 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 go. You're going to keep getting that information. Go, 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 go. Okay. So this past summer, I was very called to go to a lake that I hadn't been to, like, in many, many years. I think it was part of my healing, but also in part of it being part of my healing process with the water and the ley lines, the grid lines, in sense of doing grid work. It was also, it was grid work. Sorry. Outside of my healing, it was part of grid work. My energy and frequency in the grid work that I was doing, knowingly or unknowingly. At some point, it's like, hey, this is grid work. And so pay attention, pay your attention to that stuff. Okay. I'm still like right now, and I have for a while now, like I said, the energy and frequency of currency hasn't been presented to me for me to be able to travel to places like the ocean or certain places that have large bodies of water yet. I say yet because it's going to happen. I've seen it. I've seen it in many ways, shapes, and forms. I feel it. And I feel like the hard part now is because I want to go now. I just want to immerse myself in there. But I'm currently not in the position, or I'm not supposed to be in the position. Thank you, Spirit, for the words. In the position to do that right now. Even though there's just this massive pull. It's like a massive pull. Like someone's pulling that I need to like be in certain places. And again, I know I'm supposed to. That's the harder part. It's like when you know, you feel, you know. But you don't know the how, when, where, why, or the how, when, why. How, when, where, and why. All of it. The how is the big one. The when is the big one for me too. It's like, I know, and I'm just, if I had the energy and the currency to do that, I'd be gone tomorrow. I'd be on a plane gone tomorrow. I mean, seriously, that's how big this feels. It feels so freaking big that I can't. I'm 18 minutes into this video, so yeah. So anyways, with this particular dream, there was a major connection between our souls in this, which made sense. And then it can go even deeper than that. So after that conversation, we parted off of our phone call. I do my stuff in the morning and just kind of, again, I don't rush. There's no reason for it. Slowly doing my things and realizing it's 9 o'clock. It's time to join the Divinely Aligned Collective live video. And so I get that going. I'm getting my breakfast going, which was basically coffee with some honey and watermelon, which is just, it's late November, and I feel grateful that I've been able to still get it. If you know me, you know when it comes to watermelon, I could live on watermelon as my staple year round. Again, I joke, like I need to live in a place where I can get access to good fruit all year fucking round. All year round. No questions asked. Because then it becomes like, it's like my little person is like, I just want watermelon. Yeah. So watermelon might be a key code for somebody. And I'm listening. No. This is before. This is before? No. It might have been during that, where I was having an immense release. So I think this dream and this conversation about the dream and about what he was doing and I was doing in the dream state and what we were doing in the dream state, separately but together. And it might have been a parallel version of ourselves, possibly, or a future version of ourselves. We won't know till it happens. And I had another immense release. And in my particular activation of my journey as the divine feminine, I am the frequency holder. Okay? I'm the frequency holder of 2. 2 of 1. Okay? So I'm not only cleansing and clearing my stuff that comes up. So whatever that dream did, it activated in those things that I still struggle with. Like, I've done the big work this year, but stuff will still come up to be cleared. Kind of like that dust in the corners, those cobwebs. Things will still kind of come up to be released, whether it be from this lifetime or past lives that you've shared with your significant partner, your husband, your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever word you put to that. Past lives together, so that came up to be cleansed, like heart, like I could just feel my heart, the activations and the recoding and all of the heart stuff this year for us. If it was just, it's like this heart, this pain, this crying, this, again, allow it to flow, feel it, sit with it. Don't judge it. Don't judge yourself. Just sit with it, feel it, release it. Scream out loud if you need to. Ask why, what, and I'm journaling pages and pages of just all of the stuff. And, just asking, is this mine? Is this his? Is this the collective? Is it everybody's that I'm feeling? Because some of us just feel it all and we're clearing and transmuting all of it. And not just for ourselves, but our significance. If you're in certain connections and certain contracts with other souls. So I was meant to share that and just being just raw and authentic and just like, if he were to call again, I would have been the ugly cry, snot everywhere, everything. It was just, it was a deep clearing. And I'm connected to the fact that that dream and our conversation was meant to activate and trigger for me to release more. When you think there's nothing else to release, I swear, when you've just been through it, you just feel like, what else is there to be released? And we forget that you're not just releasing for this lifetime. You're releasing for all the lifetimes, not just the ones that you share with certain people, but for the generations back. Some of us are here clearing that karma, and we're clearing all of that. So when you think your shit's done, it's not done. You're still clearing for the collective karma, for your own generational karma, your lineage, your soul lineage, your earth lineage. You're just clearing all of it. And you swear, what else can there fucking be cleared? You'd be surprised. You'd really, so sit with it, honor it, don't judge it, feel it, release it, let it go, don't hold on to it, let it go, let it flow, so I just, after this dream and after this release and before this 3 hour, I think it was 2.5, 3 hour live collective co-creation with a bunch of beautiful souls, I just started to feel lighter and lighter and lighter. you know, during that time of while I was just releasing, I just kept saying, why, what the hell, you know, I journaled, like literally I wrote source, mother, father, what, question mark, what the hell, question mark, where is this path going, question mark, who, what, where, when, why, question mark, question mark, question mark, you know, and so do that. And I find that writing as well as journaling in my phone 25 to 2 on the clock is really helped. You know, like I said, it's a lot of automatic stuff, so I get it out. And I've used this over the years with clients in the health and wellness. Just get it out. Get it out of here. Get it out. Just get it out. Put it out on the paper. If you need to, burn it. And yeah. So I'm just going to read this because I'm guided to read this. It says, your intuition is the direct line to the universe, to source. The more you trust it, the clearer it becomes. So maybe some of you are questioning your connection. I still question it, even though it's gotten a lot stronger and a lot stronger. It's expanded and it continues to expand. I still have to remind myself to trust what I feel is real. What I see is real. What I know is real. All of it. It's real. Okay. I also just realized too during all of this that we're in the new moon portal of Scorpio. Thank you, Mercury retrograde. There's my tongue. Find my tongue. New moon in Scorpio. So we're in that portal now. Okay. And some of us feel these portals really strongly before and after, and definitely of. So that might be relevant to some of you. Okay. So the other part at the end, Zero came through and did a meditation, which really helped lighten. It was an activation, recoding. I'm going to call, what words do I need to spirit? So activation, recoding, clearing. Anything else? Clearing. Realignment. Okay, that seems like that's what's coming through on that. And that really helped. And like I said, when I got up, the sun was out. So then I got up and put my face in the sun and kind of talked to my plants, and they said, we're thirsty. In the winter, it gets colder. They get really dry really quick down here. So I, you know, watered them and was debating on wanting to do this video and said, no, I'll do a few other things, get things around and take a bath. And I thought to myself, so here's that divine connection with your partner. Your telepathic communications are going to get stronger and stronger, and ours have definitely have. And I will verbalize it, whether it's physical telepathic connection, mental. There's been confirmations for sure, especially in these past 2 to 3 months. I mean, I already knew we had a telepathic connection just in the past 7 years. So the number 7 might resonate with somebody. But it's stronger. And there's confirmation and validation in resonance on both sides. So I was vacuuming thinking, oh, I want to shoot him a message and see how his day's been going, and less than. And this has happened many times here in the past, like I said, month, 2 months, as we continue to elevate, activate, and expand, that he called me. So, yeah. Don't question it. It is. Okay? Maybe you can practice your telepathic connection with your partners. Or if you know you're in a particular soul connection / activation, practice that. See if you get any responses and any intuitive hits, any information, anything in your dreams. Pay your attention to these things because they're going to be coming more and more and more and more from more and more people. Okay, whether you're in a relationship now or you're waiting for, you shouldn't be waiting around. You should still be living your life. But again, if you know you're in a divine connection, your divine union, your divine partnership, if you know and or start to feel them or have been feeling them, just know that they are coming. They will come when you are ready and they are ready. And when Source says it's time, that you can have that communication, that open communication telepathically with them. You can set that intention and do that and practice it more. And it's, again, you're not doing it in a way to manipulate, so that's not what I'm talking about. You're not doing this in a way of manipulation or control or any of that bullshit low vibrational nonsense. It's for the highest and best good. always through unconditional love and light. And what I also said is through divine light, divine love, through divine truth, divine power, and divine wisdom. Okay, so always for the highest and best. If you're doing it for anything else, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. That's not, no. Okay. All right. What else? Is there anything I need to talk about today? So pay attention to your dreams, journal them, of course. Don't force it. Don't contemplate too much on it. Just journal it and then set it aside. If it's meant to come back or resonate even more deeply, it will. If there is that connection, like I'm discussing today, you'll see that. There's other resonance when we were having a conversation about resonance. And for me, it's physical. So I feel physical resonance, telepathic resonance, as well as mental at this point. Not always, but it's stronger. Mine, I feel more physically. And then we'll say like, oh, well, maybe I should give him a text and he gives me a call, or vice versa. You know, I joke, I said, no, you're in my head. You know, it's a joke. It's an inside joke for us. And he got a kick out of that. So that was fun. So you were liberated and free. So part of our meditation, liberation and freedom. I'm just going to share this to those that aren't in the Divinely Aligned Collective that are here. You are liberty. Then we go to that commercial. Liberty. Oh, there we go. Real, raw, authentic, and no filter. You are liberated. You are free. You're not waiting for freedom. Freedom is waiting for you. So when we were in the meditation, I like to write, we're in a meditative state, but there's so much good stuff I want to journal it. And I'm like, no, I'll remember what I'm supposed to remember, and I can journal it afterwards. So those are the ones. You are not waiting for freedom. Freedom has been waiting for you. You have always been free. You are always been liberated. You are free. You are liberated. Okay. So keep letting your frequency speak with no rules. What else was there? Yeah, I think that's it today. And it's 32:20 on the clock. I'll let you all beautiful souls go. I'm going to go take an afternoon bath. So maybe you need to go take an afternoon bath. Salt water, Epsom salts, essential oils, candles, and incense. Set the intention to work with the elemental spirits and to help, again, just spiritual baths, spiritual showers, cleanse and clear from your field. This is just spiritual hygiene. Okay, we really, really need to be more and more aware of our spiritual hygiene. Not that you're always divinely protected and shielded, but it's just good practice for yourself, and it's also, again, loving on you, right? You're filling your own cup, right? You're filling your own cup. And if it's in the middle of the afternoon, if you have the time and space, take a bath in the middle of the afternoon. Lay on the couch and watch a movie the rest of the day. Who gives a flippin' F? If that feels in resonance to you, if that brings you joy, do it. 3 on the clock. Oh, I love spirit. Love you, source. I love you, collective, tribe, community, all of it. I will talk to you tomorrow. Love you. Bye.